One person alone on a tropical island for 30 days with no food and no water. With the right gear and a bit of ingenuity, I can survive. I collected some coconuts this morning. I'm going to do a little experiment on how many coconuts on average it takes me to have 1 liter of drinking water. So today I collected some coconuts and I put them 4 coconuts into this 1.5 liter bottle, and so that gave me over 1 liter of drinkable water. That's delightful. I went out looking for some food this morning. Didn't have any success. It's been coconuts and coconut meat for the last 24 hours here. So I hope to set some crab traps and have some greater success on the protein front here coming up very soon. All right, I needed protein. I went out and got 2 of these guys, and they are such a handful, man. This guy is a scrapper. I need both hands to control just one, so I can only show you one here at a time, but yeah. This guy's, he's amazing. It's gonna be a little needed protein. Thanks, guy. Something might have been noticeable to you in that last clip, and that is I don't like killing things. Yeah, I'm on a survival trip, and so it's quite necessary, but yeah, it kind of pains me. Every life I've had to take, it's not a pleasure. It's part of nature in respect to survival, and if I am going to have some sustenance, then that's how nature has arranged it. It's kind of just the way it is. When I was a teenager, I was a hunter. I was mostly a hiker and a camper and all that, but I was also a hunter. And as the years progressed, I started replacing bullets with the click of a camera. And I found that so much more enjoyable for me. I appreciated the beauty of nature and the beauty of these animals, and I would much rather click a shutter than pull a trigger. So yeah, it's a sad truth that for one organism to have sustenance, another one might have to perish. So I just thought I would mention that it's a necessity on a survival trip, but not something that I really relish. You can see how dense this is. This is like primeval, and there's no paths. There's not like a worn path that one can take. So I came back here one night and I checked the bait, and there was no coconut crab to be seen. And it took me a while to find my way out. Yes, I had a headlamp, and if I didn't, man, there's no way. But even with the headlamp, everything looks different, and it's really tough navigation, very tough. But I'm going to have to set out more coconut crab traps and figure out a more effective way to catch the ground crabs. Because right now the fishing has been modest. It's good in the morning and it's good in the evening, but that's it. During the day it's completely dead. So perhaps my daytime activity will involve my inland creatures. I'm going to set another coconut crab bait, since that seemed to be quite successful. And I'm going to bait this area, which is a really good area. These large pieces of coral they kind of like. So I'm going to bait this area and try to find one more, so I'll have 3 areas in total. So I've cut 2 holes into these coconuts. That exposes the water inside and the meat, and that's what the scent is what will attract the coconut crab. So here we have our 2 coconuts baited in this area. I chose this spot because it looks to be a lot of nook and crannies for them to come out of, but not so many places to hide once I get on scene, hopefully. Last night I got 2 more coconut crabs. You can see by the coloration here that there's quite a difference, and I'm guessing that we have a male and a female. I will verify this once I have internet available. The coconut crab looks done. Let's pull him out and see how we're doing. Here's dinner. 2 coconut crabs. That's a lot of work, but a lot of eating. I'm excited. The flies around food scraps are a real pain in the neck. I don't have any fly swatter or fly deterrent, but I do have a revenge planned for them. It's just in fitting. So I mentioned the payback on the flies. I dumped those scraps into this really horrible crab trap that I purchased that just doesn't work well. But the flies have a way of finding their way in, so I'm not able to kill 1 fly at a time, but here I can kill 2 dozen all at once. Watery Grave and my little friends are there to pick them up one by one. It's a fit and just ending for pesky flies. It's morning. It's time for the additional fly karma application. And I have a record number of probably 30 or 40 flies in there this time. It's another beautiful day, and another 20 or so flies are going to bite the dust. Jeez, maybe 30. See ya. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Got the crab scraps in there. We got at least 30. Man, that never gets old. So I was fishing and I got myself a bite, set the line, had a fish on, and then got tangled in the rocks. Fortunately, I could swim out there with my snorkeling gear, and this is what I found. So he's still hooked, but I had to get him out from the rock that he was stuck in. And now my friend and I, there he is. These are sweet eating. Oh yeah. I'm going to do them Polynesian style, and then I'm going to fry it. Okay, our fish is hot off the grill. It's like Christmas for me, this unwrapping, because food is so very important. Oh man. Man, oh man. Check it out. That is so nice. And look at this. It just, skin comes right off. Meat. So I'm going to probably, this is not quite done, which is really my intent here. I want to take the meat off the bone, so I'm going to let this cool to get that done. Pull the bone out, take all the fish off, the meat off, and I'll either fry it or I'll make fish fritters, patties, which are really incredibly good. These are 1.5 of my 3 fish patties that I had. 1.5 for dinner, 1.5 for tomorrow. It's becoming increasingly difficult to keep the fire going, well, mostly because it rained last night. But those turned out really wonderful.